This video we are going to discuss about chapter 3 cell division and the subtopic of meiosis. So after this video, after the end of lesson, you should be able to define the meaning of chromatid, homologous chromosome, synapsis, bivalent, tetrad, chiasma, crossing over, and centromere. Okay, state the stages of meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Explain the behavior of the chromosome at each stage. So in the previous video, we have learned about the concept of mitosis, where 2n produce 2n. Okay, is on mitosis process. So mitosis process is going to produce the daughter cell which has the same chromosome number as the parent cell. But imagine if human gametes were made of mitosis. At the next round of fertilization, when two gametes fuse, our normal chromosome number of 46 would be doubled to become 92. So mom donate 2n, dad also donate 2n. So the child would have 4n of chromosome, which is too much. Okay, so subsequent generation would double the number of chromosome yet again. So means for 4n children, when she or he is going to reproduce again, then the child would be 8n, 16n, and so on. Alright, so therefore meiosis is very important to reduce the genetic content. So the mother donate n, father donate n, and the children will get 2n, which is the right number of chromosome. Okay, so the mother from the 2n ovary produce n chromosome. Father, who has the 2n testes, produce the n. Okay, the egg cell fused with the sperm and fused with the n. Fertilization produce the 2n zygote, which is 2n equal to 46. So this is for human. So what is the meaning of 2n and n? 2n we call it as a diploid. So diploid is the organism or cell or nucleus with two sets of chromosome. So if two sets, you call it 2n, which is diploid. So where does these two sets come from? One set from mother, another one from father, which is the diploid. While n, we call it haploid. Haploid means the organism or the cell or the nucleus with only one set of unpaired chromosome. Okay, one set of unpaired chromosome. So the meaning of meiosis is a type of nuclear division that results in 4 haploid daughter cells, each having the nucleus contain the half chromosome number from the parent cell. So the 2n parent cell produce the n daughter cell. This is the meaning of meiosis. So meiosis involves two processes, which is meiosis 1 and also meiosis 2. So for the meiosis 1, from the diploid cell, it is going to produce 2 haploid cells, n plus n. So after meiosis 1, the daughter cell is already half the chromosome number from the parent cell, haploid plus haploid. While meiosis 2, from haploid cell is going to produce another 2 haploid cells. So one parent cell is going to produce 4 daughter cells. One parent cell, which is 2n, is going to produce 4 daughter cells, and each daughter cells are haploid. Okay, so meiosis is the process by which one diploid eukaryotic cell divides by to generate 4 haploid cells. We always call the daughter cell as gamete. So where does the process of meiosis occur? Meiosis occurs only in the ovary or testes for animals. So the cell that undergo meiosis is a primary spermatocyte for male or primary oocyte for female during the formation of haploid sperms and the egg, which is the gamete cell. So when these two cells fuse, sperm plus egg, then they become a diploid zygote. While in plant, meiosis occurs in the pollen sac and ovary. Pollen sac to produce the male gamete, ovary to produce the female gamete. So it will produce the haploid spore. So there is no DNA replication or no S phase between the two divisions. It only occurs before meiosis 1. So remember in the previous video we have learned about the concept of cell cycle. Cell cycle that has G1, S phase and G2. So S phase, the process of DNA replication occurs. But remember the concept of cell cycle saying that it only occurs in the diploid cell. So before meiosis 1 occurs, the parent cell is diploid. After meiosis 1, it becomes haploid. So before meiosis 2, the cell is already haploid. So before meiosis 2, there is no DNA replication occur. So meiosis 1 has 4 phases: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, followed by cytokinesis 1. So one cell divides into 2 cells. While meiosis 2 has prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2, followed by cytokinesis 2 to produce 4 haploid daughter cells. So each daughter cell has also haploid. So this is 2n, produce n, the haploid. So this is the diagrammatic explanation on meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So for meiosis 1, they have diploid chromosome. So they have the 2 sets of chromosome. So this is called 1 set. This is called 2 sets. This is another 2 sets. Because both of these are the same size, So during meiosis 1, the homologous chromosome is going to be separated. So you see the large chromosome will be separated. So now it becomes haploid. Only 1 set. This one is 2 sets. So now this one is already separated. This one also 1 set. So now during meiosis 2, separation of the sister chromatid. So this concept is almost the same like our mitosis concept, where the sister chromatid will be separated. So now it is still considered 1 set. So it is still haploid. So now the concept of the set of chromosome. We can refer to this diagram, which is known as the karyotype. So karyotype is the number or the structure of the chromosome in the nucleus of a cell. So human has 2 sets equal to 46 chromosome. 2n equal to 46. So all these chromosomes, they have pairs. So number 1, number 2, number 3. So why we put them together? Because all these are the homologous chromosome. So the concept of homologous chromosome means both of these having the same size, same shape. Okay, same staining pattern. One come from father, okay, one come from mother, one come from father. Alright, so this is a pair of homologous chromosome. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until the 22 pairs of homologous chromosome. We call it as the autosome. So autosome is the normal chromosome, while the 23rd pair we call it as a sex chromosome. Okay, this determines the gender of that individual. So if the individual has the XY chromosome, so he is a male. When the individual has XX chromosome, so she is a female. So autosome is any of the chromosome in the cell other than sex chromosome. So we have 22 pairs of autosome, or equal to 44 autosomes, while we have 2 sex chromosomes. Okay, so 44 plus 2 equal 46. So for the first diagram, this is the human female karyotype, where you can see there is 1 until 22 pairs of autosome, and the last one is the XX, okay, which is the both of the X chromosome determine that she is a female. While the right hand side, this one is the XY, so this is a male. Okay, so this diagram explains about the concept of homologous chromosome. Okay, so homologous chromosome, just now I've mentioned that both the size, shape and the staining pattern is the same, so that's why it is considered as a pair of homologous chromosome. So you can see that number 1, number 2 and number 3 are different. So this is a pair of homolog, this is a pair of homolog, this is a pair of homolog. So when these homologous chromosomes, they become duplicated, okay, duplicated during the DNA replication process. So this is the sister chromatid. So meaning of sister chromatid means both of these coming from the same centromere here. They hold on the same centromere here, and the DNA content is exactly the same because they duplicated or they replicate the DNA. Okay, while this and this we call it as a non-sister chromatid. So sister chromatid share the same centromere, non-sister chromatid do not share the same centromere. Okay, while these two are homologous chromosomes. So human cell generally have 46 chromosomes, which is 23 pairs of homologous chromosomes. So we call it as a diploid condition because our diploid 2n equal to 46 chromosomes. So when it forms the gamete, it becomes haploid. So haploid is n equal to 23 chromosomes. So having 2 sets of chromosomes, where one come from your mother, one come from your father, one come from your mother. So father is called paternal chromosome, mother is maternal chromosome. Okay, so each homologous pair is one paternal and one maternal. So when human forms gametes or the sex cell is usually half the normal diploid number, okay, which is haploid. So human sperm has 23, human egg has 23. So for human egg, all the human egg is having the same kind of the chromosome because human female 46 chromosome is made up of 2XX. So when it forms the gamete, 22 plus the X, another one also 22 plus X, so both these are the same. While for human male, they have 44 plus XY. Okay, so when they form the gamete, it is 22 plus X or 22 plus Y. So it's either 22 plus X or 22 plus Y. So it is different kind of the gametes. So when this 22X fused with this 22X, so the baby is a girl. So when this 22Y fused with this 22X, so the baby will be a boy. Okay, so this is a practice on the concept. So now the cell with the diploid number of 24, 2n equal to 24 undergo meiosis. How many chromosomes are there in each daughter cell? So after meiosis, it becomes n. So n will be equal to 12. Animal with diploid number of 36, so 2n equal to 36. How many chromosomes in the gamete? So gamete means undergo meiosis, so it is n equal to 18. And how many chromosomes in the somatic cell? So somatic cell is all the other cell, for example skin cell, hair cell, and other cell other than our gamete. So our somatic cell is also having 2n condition, so it will be still 36. So the answer is B.